What's up everyone and welcome to another quick episode of Kelvin's Garage. Now today we are not in the garage, we're in the office, but today we have a very special episode in which we are going to change out that old battery from a 2016 Honda Civic key fob. This is the key fob for my mom's 2016 Honda Civic LX. And if you have the same key fob or something similar, this procedure probably works for you as well. Now, it's already been about 5 or 6 years or so since we bought that 2016 Honda Civic for my mom, and she uses it quite frequently, okay? She uses it quite frequently, and it's about time to change out that battery because one thing you'll notice is when you use it a lot, the range really reduces over time. And also, sometimes when you hit the button, the doors don't respond. Maybe there's some kind of a finicky operation. Over time, you need to replace the battery, right? And being the good son that I am, of course, I'm going to help my mom change out the battery. Okay, so the first thing we need is, well, we have the key, okay? So that's that. And a couple more items that we need to do the job. We need screwdrivers, okay? So here's my set of screwdrivers from Daiso, okay? Low-cost Daiso, but they work great. Okay, and we need the Phillips, the smallest one here. Okay, so we'll take that out. We could also use a flathead, okay, from this case here. So probably a flathead mini screwdriver would work as well. Okay, second of all, I've got this pick here, this plastic pick. Now, you don't necessarily have to have this, okay, if you have the flathead screwdriver, but it helps, okay, because, you know, you don't want to damage the key fob, and this is plastic, this is metal, right? So either one of these should work fine, all right? And finally, we need the battery, okay? Now, I don't know why Honda does this, okay? They never discuss, or it's rarely discussed what battery goes into this thing until you open it up, all right? And the information is a little bit scant. And additionally, they always use a very strange battery size, okay? One that's not so commonly available in stores, all right? So the battery that you need for the Honda Civic 2016 key fob is this CR1620, okay? 1620, okay, battery here. And you can buy this at Best Buy. It's fairly inexpensive, probably around $5 or so, okay, so relatively inexpensive. Yeah, this is the battery that you need, and we are going to get started. Okay, first things first is we are going to take the screw off of the back of the key, okay? So we see here there's a little Phillips screw right here, so we'll just take our screwdriver and we'll just take that out. Should be fairly easy to take out. Now, there is a little bit of Loctite on there, so make sure you don't strip the screw, okay? So try to get it firm, the screwdriver firm into the screw, press down and then turn counterclockwise. Get that screw out, all right? Okay, and if we take a look at that screw, like I said, there's a little bit of Loctite on there. Okay, the reason why is because over time, when you put a lot of mechanical force on the key, right? What could happen is that this screw comes loose and then this thing starts to separate. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you want, you can put Loctite back on there when you reassemble. We're not going to do it here because I don't have any handy, but technically it should have Loctite on the screw. Okay, so next we are going to separate the body. We're going to open up the body. Now, if you look at the key, okay, there's a little slot right here. All right, and that's actually where you're supposed to wedge in a tool and separate this out. Now, it's kind of snapped in place all around, and there's a little hook on this side here where it hooks the two pieces together. So keep that in mind that we'll be kind of pulling this off, and then there's a hook portion on the plastic which holds it together over here. So we're going to take our separator tool, okay, and we're just going to wedge it in here, okay, and we're going to try to separate it out. Now, if this doesn't work so well, you can always use the screwdriver, okay? So let's see if this works. And let's see here. Okay, doesn't want to come apart, all right? So maybe this is not the best methodology. So we'll take our screwdriver instead, all right? And then you just press it in there and you kind of twist. All right, so we got it open. Okay, so the screwdriver worked better than the pry tool. So we got it open here, you can see that, okay? And then just come around here and then also separate it from this side too. You can wedge it in here a little bit. like so, okay. Okay, don't go too crazy. We don't want to damage the key too bad. But it's all part of it, right? Okay, so there we go. You see it snapped open. All right, it snapped open, and now, like I said, you'll see there's a little hook here, so we'll just kind of gently pull this off. So we pull this off, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second here. When you take this off here, you see? There's a little hook part right here, and this is what snaps into place. There's another compatible part from this end to this end. So make sure it's clipped in appropriately. Okay, so we take a look here. We've got this transmitter over here, and then we've got the battery over here, right? And at this point, it's relatively simple. All you need to do is just pry out the battery. Okay, we'll take the screwdriver here, and we're just gonna pry the battery out like so, very gently, okay? And remember that the positive side is facing the body, the negative side is right here, okay? So we're gonna take the battery out. All right, and voila, here's the old battery. Okay, Panasonic CR1620, 3 volt, okay? So we'll set this aside. Okay, and all we need to do is get our new battery, okay? Be careful not to put too much oil on it with your finger, but we've got the new battery here, Energizer, okay, CR1620. And it's fairly simple at this point. Just put it into the body. Okay, snap it in place. Okay. Make sure it's in place. Okay, and then just install, which means put the body together in the exact opposite of when we removed it, okay? So what we'll do is we'll just kind of put this on top here and make sure, again, that this part aligns with this. All right, and you can see that the contacts here on this side of the receiver transmitter, these contacts here will hit the battery, and then this contact here will hit these spring clips over here. All right, so we'll just flip this over. Okay, and then just snap it into place. Snap it all around, okay? Make sure it's nice and firm. Snap it all around. Okay, and then we'll just put our screw back. So put our screw back here. Screw it in. All right, put a little bit of torque on this, all right? Okay, so screw the screw so it's nice and seated, and just put a tiny bit of torque on it. Not too much, okay? We don't want to destroy this thing. But just a little bit. Since we don't have Loctite anymore, it helps to just put a little bit of extra torque. Okay, and that's it. Okay, we are done. All right, and it should work fine now. Here we go. There you go. See the light go on? All right, well, that's it. That's how you replace the battery in the key of a 2016 Honda Civic. Alright, and that's it. You should be good to go. Now, the battery does last a few years, so you don't have to worry about it for a while. So if you found this video helpful, please like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Kelvin's Garage.